So we're joined by Michael Phelps after a great week at Omaha, qualifying for 3 individual events, a week here in San Antonio training, and looking forward to his 5th Olympic Games in Rio. Do you want to say anything in the open, or you just want to go right into questions?
No, just questions.
All right. So just raise your hand and identify yourself, please, if you don't mind. We'll go with Alice first.
Hi, Michael. I was hard for time.
How are you?
Good. I wanted to just get your perspective on Katie Ledecky and what she's been able to do. I think it'd be really cool to hear from you on both her times as well as the breadth of her abilities at all those distances.
It's really interesting watching her train with the boys. I said yesterday I'm glad I'm not over training in that group because, I mean, she literally just whoops up on the boys. She's obviously very incredible and very talented, but I think the coolest thing is just watching her work ethic. I think every day she comes in and is able just to kind of bear down and work on stroke, but also work on all the small things that help her be able to swim the times that she swims. She's doing things that women have never done before because she's not afraid to think outside of the box. She's not afraid to literally give every single thing that she can possibly give, and her mind is open to everything. I think that's something that's very, very special that you don't see very often. So it's fun watching her come along, watching her, it's her second Olympics, and watching her progress. I was on Facebook Live with her the other day. We were kind of answering questions back and forth with everybody, and it was kind of funny. But she's I think she's more outgoing this trip than I've seen her in the past, and she's just enjoying herself.
First of all, congratulations on your baby.
Thank you.
And so far, how has being a parent changed your focus on Olympic training?
I mean, it's definitely a change. I've never really gone into an Olympics like this before. So being able to, I guess for instance, like right now, like he's kind of stuffy and congested. So now it's like I'm always worried about him, making sure he's sleeping right, breathing right, getting enough food, kind of clearing up, getting better. So it's just an extra little piece that is a part of my life every day. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful we were able to have a very healthy baby, and I still can't get over how fast he grows. I mean, it's literally every day I'm FaceTiming, and I feel like he grows every single day. So I'm looking forward to getting back and watching him grow even more. He started becoming more vocal, so he's making a lot of he's cooing a lot, and I always say he's already said dad, but I don't think that's the case yet, but maybe someday soon.
Go ahead, SI for
Ryan
kids.
Insleson, Sports Illustrated Kids. We always see you with your headphones around the pool. What type of music do you listen to before?
It's so random, honestly. It's the most like my playlist at trials was a mix between like old school throwbacks that I've listened to, whether it's like Eminem, Young Jeezy, Aoki, and then there's like Eric Church. So it's like it's a completely wide variety of music. So there's some country and just a mixture of sort of everything thrown in there. But it just depends on what I'm listening to, or what mood I'm in that day. No, not really. I mean, I've got some throwbacks that I've been able to have some I've been able to have some success with. Today, right before I dove in, I was listening to an Eric Church song, and I don't want to say the name because I know y'all will spin it somehow, so I'm not going to say the name. I'll tell you afterwards. Or you can probably look at like 3 of the songs that he has out and probably guess which one it is.
Michael, is it harder than you thought to be away from Nicole and Boomer for this stretch?
It definitely is, and I think yesterday was very challenging. He, like I said, he's not feeling well, and they were supposed to fly together, and we kind of made the decision not to get on the plane and not to have him get any worse. So 5 weeks away is the longest that I've ever been away. So it is challenging, and Nicole and I were talking pretty much. I mean, we just left FaceTime on yesterday, even if we like weren't saying anything. We just pretty much left it on most of the day. So, you know, it stinks that they're not here, but you know, I know she's here. I know she's supporting me back home, and she's here in spirit, and you know, I'm looking forward to seeing them in Rio, and just, I mean, like I said, I can't say it enough. Just watching him grow, it's just the coolest thing. I mean, he literally, there are clothes that he won't even wear because he just skips right on through them. So we just get baby clothes weekly, and like different packages here and there. I think the other day I was like, I don't want to ever get a package at the house again because it's just over. I mean, we get like, it's like 5 days. We just get clothes and this and that and presents, and it's crazy, crazy.
Ernest. Hi, Michael. Ernest Winborn from Entertainment Tonight and The Insider. You are the king of social media on the swim team this year. Two-part question. First, the photograph that you posted on Facebook and Instagram of you holding Boomer in the pool. Are you hoping that one day he'll be, for lack of a better term, swimming in your Speedos one day? And the other one, your infatuation with Facebook Live, and how you interact with the guys and the fans with that. So answer those.
For Boomer, if he wants to swim, he can swim. You know, my mom, I think I was very, very lucky that she never really like fully pushed me. You know, I was able to kind of decide what I wanted to do on my own, and I think that's the reason that I still love it today, and that I'm able to do the things that I've done. You know, I didn't feel that pressure from my parents. So if he wants to, great. I've joked already that age group meets are really long, so I'd rather not go to an age group meet. But you know, I mean, whatever makes him happy, I think is what we're looking forward the most to. And the Facebook Live, it's like, you know, I think it's cool for me just to be able to show everybody really who I am and that I'm just a normal human being. You know, like yesterday we were sitting joking around on the bus, like talking about pizza and macaroni, or, you know, some people were asking Katie Ledecky out on a date. You know, so it's just like, you know, we're normal kids, and I think it's cool to be able to interact with other fans, not only in this country but all over the world, and just kind of give them an insight of what we do. I mean, yeah, I swim a couple hours a week and lift a little bit here and there, but other than that, I mean, I spend time with the little man and hang out by the pool, or we grill, or, you know, play cornhole or something. I mean, there's always something going on. So I think it's really cool just to be able to to show that we're normal just like everybody else. Katie did say yes. She said yes, but I'm probably never going to see you. That was her response. So we were kind of laughing.
All the way in the back.
Getting back a little bit to the team and what we're actually here for, given that you are the only 5-time Olympian, Ryan being the 4-time Olympian, how does your presence, your experience, as well as Ryan's, affect the 2-time Olympians, the first-timers that are actually forming part of this team, and how is the interaction helping them as an athlete?
I think it was pretty cool. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and we were talking about the 2000 team. And on the 2000 team, I think there were 30-something odd, like 30 to 33. 35? 35 rookies. And we ended up medaling in most of the events, and I think it was the highest medal total that we've had, or one of the highest medal totals that we've had as an Olympic team. So you got to see the excitement from the the younger guys, I should say. Excuse me. But it's I think that's something that I think is really special here, because there are a lot of people that are first comers who are very eager and very excited. You know, I've gotten to know some of them over the last year or so, and I've kind of in multiple meetings told them that I'm here if they need anything. I'm just flat out said, whatever you need, if I can help, come to me and ask. Don't be afraid.
Do you see yourself in the younger years as an Olympian in some of them, as in, like, nervous, what to expect, how they prepare for it?
I felt bad yesterday. There was a kid who false started a couple times on the relays when we were doing relay exchanges yesterday. I felt so bad for him. he didn't get yelled at, but it was kind of like multiple coaches were like, dude, relax, like chill. We don't need to, overdo it. And afterwards I was like, bro, look, like watch the dude touch the wall. It's fine. We don't need, we don't need to chance 800 free relay takeoffs in the morning. So kind of a little experience. We're just trying to relax him a little bit. I can still remember when I was on a 400 medley relay at Pampax with Kevin Cordes, and he was nervous then. Like we could tell he was nervous. Like it was really obvious. And Nathan and I were like, just relax, dude, have fun. Like go out and do what you know how to do, and that's it. But it's like I think we had the chance to listen to Popovich and Tony Parker yesterday, and listening to them, it's so true. They were talking about they prepare for every single team the same way, and it's the same thing that we do in the sport. The pool is the same. The depth is usually the same. The water temperature is the same. The lane lines are usually the same. They're just as wide in every single pool you go into. There's no difference between swimming in the neighborhood local swim meet to the Olympics, theoretically. Yeah, granted, the Olympics is the biggest meet in the world, but it's all the same. So, if these guys can honestly just relax and do what they've trained to do, and what they've shown they can do from trials, you're going to see a lot of fast times. If you look at it, the Olympic trials there's like 13 or 15% of people did best times. And I would love to see the percentage of best times that we do from then until the Olympics, because I would say usually they're pretty fast, and they're a lot faster than they were at trials. So it's a great group of kids, and an eager group of kids who are ready to kind of take over after some of us step out of the sport.
Somebody who has dominated the sport like you have, you got a chance, you just mentioned, to talk to Pop and Tony, which for about the same amount of time has dominated their sport. What was that experience like for you, and what was the message that they had for you?
I talked to both of them before we went in and had the group meeting, and Pop's awesome. He's so cool. I literally could have sat there and talked to him and Tony for hours. Tony and I talked about the Olympic experience and how, staying in the village is how you really get the true experience. And he said, I thought this was really cool because I thought about it a lot last night. You don't remember your first championship or Olympics, but the more you do, the harder it gets, and the more you appreciate it. I think that was really cool to listen to. They've won 5, and this is my 5th, and I thought it was kind of cool just to talk a little bit about that. And Pop's a straight shooter. That's what I like. I like people like that. There's no BS. He just kind of gives it to you how it is, and I think that's something that is really special. And I think it talks a lot about just how good they are and how passionate those guys are. There's a reason why they're always up there.
Well, Karen is in the back.
Michael, in 2008, you were so focused, like Nicole said, she didn't even want to come to the Olympics because you were just so single-minded. Obviously, this time around, 8 years later, completely different. Can you still do what you want to do in the water and have that diffused focus?
No, I think so, and I think I was talking to Tom Shields coming over this morning. I think a lot of it, between here and the games is conserving your emotional energy. I think that's something that's really important. Coming off a 16-session meet at Olympic trials and then going right back into another one. So it's like getting enough sleep, making sure your emotional energy is controlled. You're not just kind of all over the place. And I think that's something that, through the experiences that I've had in the pool and out of the pool, now in my life, I think I'm able to do that probably a lot better than I used to. And having Nicole and Boomer there supporting me, it's the best. Nicole is always there for whatever it is that I need, and she's just absolutely incredible.
German TV, Deutsche Welle. Can you give us a little insight of your physical preparation and mental preparation? You come across that it's comes so easy to you,
the biggest thing is just, for me, just being able to get in the best shape that I possibly can physically is what we're aiming to do. The set that I did today is probably one of the best sets that I've had like that in a long time, maybe ever. So, I think physically it's there. And for me now it's just time to really start visualizing things that I want to happen, things I don't want to happen, and things that could happen. So I'm ready for anything that comes my way. I think that's, a big part of my success that I've done in the past is just be prepared for everything. I wouldn't have been able to stay as calm as I was in 2008 when my goggles filled up with water if I wasn't prepared for that. I was kind of just ready for anything that happened. So, that's really I think the final piece that we just need to work on. And, Bob is working on everything else. And, the mental preparation is what I need to make sure that I can perfect. And we got a couple weeks, and I think it's going well, and we've been able to do that. And I think if I'm able to take care of that, I don't think anything else matters.
This is Yunchen from CCTV. My question is really simple. For this year, what's your goal for your fifth Olympic? And
No one ever gets that answer.
And which race you feel the most confident about?
First part, I never answer that question. Ever. I've never publicly stated my goals. And the second question, honestly, it's just, I love racing the best in the world. And I have that chance in 3 individual events at the Olympics. What more could you ask for? I think this is a perfect number of events for me to do. I might have tried to bite off more than I could handle in 2012. And I think this is a great place for me to be in, and I'm kind of happy I didn't swim as fast as I wanted to at trials, 'cause I think it just gives me a little extra motivation for the games.
Ernest.
Michael, is Rio your last lap?
Yes.
And
100% positive. There is no coming back. There is no masters. There's nothing. There's teaching Boomer, and that's it. There's no more.
any hesitation about your family, you and your family being in Rio with the Zika virus?
No, not at all. It's obviously something that we all have to make sure we're very aware of and very cautious of, and I feel like there's always something around the Olympics that comes up, and I think on the other side of it, everything is usually okay. So just staying as positive as we can, and making sure we're cautious in every step that we take. I think that's something that will be a little bit different during this Olympics than past Olympics, but I'm looking forward to Rio. I've been there a couple of times. I've been able to spend time in some of the favelas and been able to sightsee a little bit, which I usually don't get the chance to do. So I'm looking forward to getting to the venue, and the village actually looks nicer than any other. Like the bedrooms look nicer than any other bedrooms that I've seen in a village. So that's exciting. So I'm just looking forward to being able to get down there and be in the village and kind of get that excitement and that blood flowing through your body. It's a cool feeling.
Samba?
We'll finish up with Karen.
Samba?
Oh, I don't dance.
Portuguese coming up.
Not good. But not very good.
Tem que praticar.
Do you see any evidence that Katie is changing how people think of distance swimming, that more kids are drawn to it, or at least an audience is finding it sort of?
I mean, I hope so. It's if I kind of compare it when the Aussies used to rule the mile. How passionate they were about that. Yeah, Aussies are super passionate about the sport of swimming, but that was their bread and butter. Them swimming the mile when Hackett and Perkins and Danny and Loader from Australia and back in '96. Those guys that was awesome. That was cool to watch. So, I think it's kind of like a little bit with the goal that I have to change the sport. Not to be rude to the milers, but it's not really the most exciting event to watch. So, I think Katie is changing how people look at that. It's the dominance that she has, and I looked at them like the world records that have been broken since 2011. She got a lot. She has a lot. So it's she's doing things that are very special and that are historic in the sport. And hopefully we can get some more people into the distance and open water events that never thought about it before.
Thank Thanks, everybody. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, guys.